It's about 3 p.m. on Sunday, August 11th, 2024. I've been trying to update before now, but it's just been, we were tired. We're all tired. But let's see here. Mark came up last night. I called him last night about 10. And he called me back about 20 to 11 and said he was going to come up. He got here right around 1 o'clock. So right before he got here, she was doing morphine every 2 hours, but we had to ask for it. And then they switched to where she could get it every hour. But we still had to ask for it. There was a couple times she was wincing and stuff. She was in a little bit of pain, I could tell, so I'd call for it. But they decided to call the doctor and see if they could put her on a morphine pump. And so we got that last night, thankfully. So it gives her 4 milliliters an hour, but it also has a button we can push. So I pushed it once last night. She had gotten a little agitated, not agitated, but she was starting to wince a little bit, and her legs were starting to kind of squirm a little bit. So we did that. Mark was really great last night. It was me and Judy up here and Mark, and like I said, he didn't get here till 1 a.m. So he got to spend some time alone with her and talk to her and all that good stuff. And then, we all sat in there and talked for a little while with Mom. He left probably around 3, maybe. I don't know. Me and Judy got to bed about 3:30 or 4. And let's see here. Then we had a new doctor, Dr. Renee, come in today, and he just wanted to make sure that she was okay and she was comfortable, and everything was going good. So he said if we needed to up the morphine pump or anything like that, he absolutely would do that. So that's good. So she's been doing good today. I mean, she squeezed Mark's hand and smiled when she talked to him. And I told her she was having a special visitor, so that was good. And yeah, boy, this is wild. Anyway, this morning after Dr. Renee came in, we just kind of had an easy morning. And there was a point there for a little bit where I never had to push the button all night or this morning. There was a point there for a little bit right after they came in and changed her bag of morphine that rattle started creeping in. That rattle started creeping in, and she was coughing, and it's in there, so her lungs must be filling up. Must be filling up with some fluid by now. Her hands are real swollen. Her feet aren't really swollen, but they're cold. She's starting to get a little cool, and her, she's been sleeping with her eyes open mostly, and she's been trying to keep her eyes open a lot, but today she's hardly had them open at all. So that's good. But right when that happened, right after that rattle happened, I thought she was going. Judy had just left. They were getting out of the room, and Margie had just gone downstairs to get some clothes, and I thought she was gone. I thought she was going. I didn't think she was gone, but I thought she was going. So, but she's still here. She's hanging around waiting for somebody. She's hanging around waiting for somebody. So, Will just came up. Will and Janet and Natasha, they brought him up. He was supposed to come up already. We were supposed to be going to pick him up in Cleveland today, but we didn't because of all of this. So he was going to come visit, so that's good. But it worked out because I didn't give him off work anyway. But Janet and Natasha brought him up, so that was nice, and it was real sweet to see them and everything. They're still in there right now with Margie, but Will wanted some alone time with his grand, and she loved him so much, and she loved all her kids so much, and she loved all her grandkids so much, and Annie Mae and Joshua and Caroline and Patrick, and I didn't have any of her grandkids to give to her, but that's okay. But yeah, she loves all her kids so much, her grandkids, and she loved her family. So they're in there kind of visiting right now. So that was pretty emotional for Will because he loves her. And but I explained to him, he wanted to know the science behind the death and everything, and I told him how it happened, and he's such a strong and smart young man. And then John called. So, you know, I told Mom that when I thought she was going, I said, you know, you look so pretty. We've got your earrings on. That's such a pretty top you're wearing. I said, your hair looks so good. You know, I said, I've got your purse. Your bags are packed. And I sang to her. I sang Leaving on a Jet Plane. And she squeezed my hand a couple times. I know she can hear us. That's the last thing to go. But, yeah, so that was good. And Will said she squeezed his hand a couple times. And when John was talking to her, he smiled. I said, Mama, you got a special visitor. John drove all the way up from Baton Rouge to see you. And he was on the phone, but I put the speaker in her ear, and he started talking to her, and I grabbed her hand, you know, and patted her chest so she'd think it was John. So, and she squeezed she smiled. She smiled a little bit, so that was good. So she could hear him. Oh, God, I hope this family comes together. I hope this family comes together. I don't care who, I just hope we come together. We got to. But I've been making some more plans about the house and stuff like that. So we'll get all that figured out when the time is right. And then whenever John gets up here, you know, we'll have a little celebration. We'll probably go over to Margie and Judy's and eat a bunch of food and hang out. So I know Dave would love to be there. But I gotta call first thing in the morning over there to the jail and find out what's going on, if he can come over. I thought she was gonna sneak out on us last night, and she didn't. She's waiting on somebody. I don't know if she's waiting on Dave or if she's waiting on Kenny, but she's waiting on somebody. I can tell. Kenny's gonna call tonight. Judy called and talked to him. He said he can't bring himself to come up here. He didn't want to see her like that, but he's gonna call tonight. And he said he wanted, you know, for it to just be Judy in the room, and she's going to put him on speakerphone, and he's going to call my phone, and then, you know, Judy will go in there and let him talk. So that'll be good. Who knows who she's waiting on, but she's hanging around for somebody. I can tell you that. She's hanging around for somebody. So anyway, I will keep updating. I've had so many people reach out and so many people send messages, and it's been wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody, thank you so much for all the prayers and the messages and everything like that. So I'll update you guys later.